Welcome to 3LWTV. I'm Lawndale Williams on location in beautiful Miami, Florida. Hanging out today at the Epic Hotel. This hotel is fabulous, you guys. If you were ever in Miami, Epic is the place to stay. My special guest today is none other than the lovely blue-eyed Simba, my little boo-boo. I just love him so much. We're going to talk about some of his artistic work and why he chooses to live out loud. Well, first of all, baby, welcome back to 3LWTV. But this is your first time by yourself.
Yes, by myself. But y'all probably caught me on some of the other footages from ATL and the other Pride events. And I'm just here having a good time with you and all the other YouTube vloggers, and we just had a wonderful time.
Tell me about your musical style.
My musical style is basically, I'm a gay singer's more R&B, neo soul, gospel type of thing, because I like songs that can express, you know, the way you feel. And I think a lot of people like India Arie and Erykah Badu, they talk about real shit, real things, and that's what I want to talk about. And I think one of the things that we don't talk about is the lifestyle that we live and the love that we share. And I think the love that we have as gay men is fused, and I want to sing about it because I feel like through music it'll reach people's hearts.
Have you come out to your family?
Yes, I did.
So tell us, was that a difficult process for you, or?
It was. I came out my 11th grade year going on senior year, and it was a very hard decision. I got tired of lying. I got tired of just always making up excuses and lies and reasons. I mean, I wasn't doing anything gay or anything of that nature, but I just was tired of making excuses for the reason of who I am and what I'm about, which I knew and I denied due to the Christianity in the background of, you know, Christian household. And it just got to the point where I was just tired of, you get sick and tired of lying, you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I started doing my research. I went to the school library and I started reading on homosexuality. I read the Christianity views, I read the biblical views, and just was studying on the history of homosexuality just so I can understand before I say this is who I am and this is what I'm about.
So in reading all of that, did you still feel that who you were was wrong?
I did, at a certain point, because of how I was raised as far as Christianity and my mom and my dad. And it's like my family is very, we call it in Spanish, it's machista. We're very manly and we have a lot of pride in my family. So it's like for us to say that we're gay, it's like you're saying you're a woman, you're saying you're weak, you're saying you're not a man. And that's an insult to the men in our family.
So how did you get from a place where you felt that who you were was wrong to this place where you are now, where you live out loud?
It's actually funny because my 9th grade year, I mean, I've been having feelings since I was young, since I was a little kid. Because I don't know if it's okay to say on the show, but I was molested when I was 4. And that brought the curiosity. I'm not blaming it on that. I'm glad I experienced that because it got me to who I am today, and I don't have no regrets in my life. So that happened for a reason. God has a plan for everything. So just that, and then the curiosity, and it got to the point where when I was in high school, I was actually homophobic. I was homophobic. The only reason I was homophobic is I was scared of myself. Because I didn't want any association, because it was just like taboo. It was like bad luck. If I hang around gay, it's just, I'm going to get, you know, criticized.
So when you were 4 years old, you were molested. Did you realize what was happening at the time?
I remember it was like he was taking care of me. He was a friend of the family, and it was just very, how you say, it just happened so fast. My mom said, you know, watch over him. I'm gonna go take my sister to go get some clothes and things of that nature. And he just started, you know, caressing and touching me, and, you know, just feeling on me, and it kind of got to certain places where you're not supposed to be touching. And I didn't stop him because at that time, I mean, my mom did raise me not to talk to strangers or whatever, but it was kind of like, he's my mom's friend, so I guess it's okay. Because, you know, like when I was younger, also my mom's friend used to change our diapers and things of that nature, so if he's touching me down there, it was kind of like, okay. But then it just got to the point where as I got older, I realized that that wasn't okay.
It was inappropriate.
And I mean, and I think that sparked some type of curiosity and feelings.
Now, did you ever tell this even later to your family, to your mom?
Actually, I confronted the guy that molested me. My parents forced me to confront him. After I opened up and told my parents about my sexuality, they were very opposed to it. And but It's my mom slapped me when she found out.
She slapped you?
Yeah.
Well, when she found out that you were molested, or when she found out you were gay?
She found out when I was gay. When I told her I was molested, she basically went into like this denial state. Like she kind of like psychologically psyched out, and she just kept rubbing my back, saying, "It's okay. That doesn't mean that you're gay. It doesn't, you know, like it's like she was trying
so
to."
She thinks that because of that incident when you were 4, that's probably what made you gay.
I don't think it's that. I don't think she still thinks to this day that I'm still straight. I mean, she's accepted the fact that I'm living a homosexual lifestyle, but she doesn't accept the fact that I'm gonna be gay. I'm gonna have a woman in the future, and that's because she says God, the power of tongue and believing, which is true. You know, the power of believing. She said God can do anything, and He's gonna change my heart. And she's praying that He will. So that's her goal and prayer, that I will one day live a hetero lifestyle.
So how is your relationship like with her when you are definitely, finding your way and moving, navigating your life, but she's still over here?
I mean, my mother, after the whole situation of the homosexual and just talking about it, it's been 6 years since I told my mom I love you. She's told me she's told me she loves me, but I just can't say it back because I feel like, and I'm not proud to say this, but me and my mom and my dad have gotten into physical
like altercations.
Yes, because it just got to the point. It got to that boiling point where they just didn't understand. They couldn't grasp it. And like I said before, when I came out, I was sick and tired. I was sick and tired of lying, and I just said, you know what? Today is a day where I'm gonna say, you know what? This is me, and this is what I'm about. And if nobody likes it, and if I have to live on the street, then I'll live on the street. But I'm tired of lying. It didn't make me feel good. I got tired of living for my parents, living for my friends, and living for everybody else. You just get tired.
So do you channel that energy into your music? Because that sounds like there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. So this is why I want to be a singer, and this is why, especially a gay singer, because through music, especially gospel music and neo-soul music, I cry and I sing because I can relate. I'm trying not to get teary-eyed yet. I try not to get, it helps me through my struggles. It helps me get through what I'm sorry, guys. But, it just sounds like there's a lot of pain that's still there. You are really stepping up to the plate by, trying to be artistic and work through it. But you have to realize that none of it's your fault.
No, I know, and I know that. I've become who I am today because I've experienced these things, and I mean, I'm glad that I did. Because one thing I've always said to you, when we talk, you have to embrace the negativity, and I had to realize that without having these bad moments in my life, I would not live these positive moments. Because then it'll just be a boring life. If I just had a positive, if I had everything that I wanted, it'll just be boring. And the negatives is challenge.
The key is to, like I said, learn the lesson so that you don't have to repeat the pain. That's how the healing process begins. Get the lesson, learn it, so that you don't have to find yourself in that situation again. I think that's just amazing. That I applaud your courage and your honesty. What would you tell a young kid, maybe a teenager or a preteen, who is in that same type of predicament that you were in now? What advice would you give them, knowing what you know now through your experience?
I get a lot of emails about people like, how do I come out? How do I come out? You're just this inspirational person. You're just always so happy, and you're gay, and you're out, and you're living your life. You know what I mean? Like, everybody thinks I'm living this golden life because of how I'm pushing through my situations, and thinking. So I made a video about it for those, wondering how to come out of the closet. But for the kids out there that are wondering, just basically to sum it all up, it starts with you. Life, it starts with you. Choices, and the two major things that I live by is belief and choice. Whatever you believe, and then whatever you choose will lead you to your answers. Because there's an answer for every question. When it comes to your lifestyle and the circumstances that you're around, just be yourself. Be yourself, and then if you feel comfortable, if you feel you're at that point where you feel comfortable to tell your mom and your father, then tell them. I've learned that I suggest that, wait till you get out the house to it'll be more of a safe zone. Because once you're out, you have your own place, and if your mom decides to kick you out, then you have somewhere to crash or whatever. And it may suck. It's gonna suck at times. But if you push through it and just realize that your parents are human, and that your friends are humans and people are humans and they make mistakes and sometimes they don't understand and they're closed-minded. We have our flaws and we just have to learn to accept that people have flaws. And once we learn to accept that, we can accept that within ourselves, that we have flaws. Everything just falls into place.
I want to thank you for being on 3LWTV. In your first and own interview. I mean,
Finally.
I know you're just a very remarkable young man. I mean, you've got an incredible story, and I know that's under reflected in your music.
Whatever it is, I'm real. I tell you how it is, and if you don't like it, then you can just take the X and back the fuck up.
Blue Eyed Simba. Thank you for watching 3LWTV. I'm L. Williams. Always stand in your light. I have one small favor to ask.
What's up?
On our outro as we're going out, do you mind singing a little something for us?
Well, I'm kind of hoarse from this weekend. So I'm gonna sing a song. I'll sing a song though.
And then we'll get into his weekend. But go ahead.
Ooh. But you know, I'll sing something mellow, not too much, but I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you, oh my soul, rejoice, and take joy, my King, in what you hear. Let it be a sweet, sweet, sweet sound in your